Welcome into the Lakers Report. I am your host, Brett Alper, and we got some great NBA news specifically for all the league, not just the Lakers, and it's thanks to this guy right here, Adam Silver. We're going to break that all down, and it involves the salary cap. But first, I got to tell you guys, share this video on social media. Now, this is salary cap. It doesn't matter if they're a Lakers fan. There could be Lakers fans everywhere. Share this video on social media. Tag your friends, tag your family, all of them. Just send this video to whoever you want to view and get that new salary cap details. All right, so let's break it down. And Bobby Marks of ESPN tweeted out this. To no surprise, NBA teams were notified that the salary cap for next season is expected to increase 10% from this past season. The current projection is the same that they were given to teams in the offseason, and that's 100% due to just the TV deals. You're getting NBC, you're getting Prime. That always jumps up the money. So let's take a look at the new numbers for the NBA salary cap. 154.6. Now you get a little bit leeway here with the luxury tax, and then the first apron, and then everybody's dreaded nightmare, the second apron. But that's a lot. $53 million difference in salary cap. So you can spend all that money. Now you can see the NBA salary cap for this season was only 140.6. And Bobby Marks also tweeted this out, that the maximum growth in the cap will allow teams more flexibility to work around those apron rules. You saw when it was coming to the trade deadline, some teams, they couldn't trade anybody or sign anybody because they would go right over that second apron, and they were pretty much screwed. We witnessed a bit of the storm last offseason with the cap only growing 3.4%, resulting in some teams restricted in the offseason. And the Lakers, they got a big offseason coming up, and it's specifically great news for my guy Luka right here. Because when Luka was traded, well, the Mavs did some dirty to Luka, and he lost a bit of money. But now he's eligible for an extension, and it could be a 4-year, $229 million deal for Luka. Now, that's a ton of money. But if we remember, when he was on the Mavericks, you were eligible for that Supermax, and now he can't get that money. Bobby Marks talked about it earlier this month, and we knew what he was eligible for when he was on the Mavericks. He said to recoup this money lost when he was traded, which was a ton. Doncic would be better served financially to sign a 3-year, $165 million extension with a player option in 2027, 2028. Doncic will then be eligible to sign a whopping 5-year, $418 million contract in the 2028 offseason. Now, this is very important to note. Luka's eligible to sign an extension August 2nd. Now, with the new cap numbers, that's in the offseason. Your offseason starts in July. But the Lakers, they can be very, very flexible with this option. You can choose to sign him to a 3-year deal. You can choose to sign him to a 4-year deal. It gives them more leeway. If I'm Luka, I'm taking the less money now, and once you're eligible for that Supermax, because you know what Luka is as a player. He's going to get that All-NBA. He's going to be eligible for the Supermax. So you kind of want to take the less money type of deal when you can be eligible for that big whopping Supermax. And we also don't know, which is sad to say, we know LeBron might not be here in 4 years. He'll be 44 years old. I don't really know. But I'm going to ask you guys this question. Which contract would you want to give Luka? Which one will he want? 3 years, $165 million, or 4 years, $229 million? Type 3 if you want a 3-year deal. Type 4 if you want a 4-year deal. I'm giving him a 3-year deal because he's going to obviously want the more money. Now, before we get into anything, and we're going to talk about our sponsor here, but we're going to talk about later in today's show what this means for the Lakers in this offseason. I mean, we got a lot of free agents coming up, and we got a lot of signings, but we got to get into it. But first, before I got to tell you about today's sponsor, Prize Picks. Today's video is sponsored by Prize Picks. Prize Picks is the best place to get real money sports action. With over 10 million members and billions of dollars in awarded winnings, Prize Picks has made daily fantasy sports accessible to all. You just pick more or less on at least 2 players for a shot of up to 1,000 times your cash. Run your game all season long on Prize Picks. Prize Picks is the best place to get real money sports action. Join over 10 million users and sign up today. Prize Picks invented the flex play, which means you can still cash out if your lineup isn't perfect. You could double your money even if one of your picks doesn't hit. Sign up today and use the promo code CLNS to get $50 instantly when you play $5. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. Prize Picks is the best way to win real money this basketball season. Which players are going off? Which ones aren't? Make your picks in less than 60 seconds and turn your sports opinions into real money all season long on Prize Picks. Now, the baseball season right around the corner. We're getting started with opening day on Thursday, and we got a little 3-player lineup, Prize Picks lineup. Zach Wheeler, the pitcher for the Philadelphia Phillies. The Moore, 6 pitcher strikeouts. Jackson Chourio, Moore, 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. And Boston's new starting pitcher, Garrett Crochet, Moore, 6.5 pitcher strikeouts. Download the app today and use promo code CLNS to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Again, download the app today and use code CLNS to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, run your game. Okay, so now we go into next year's salaries for the 2025-2026 season. You have LeBron, which is on the final year of his deal. He's also on a player option going into this offseason, but if he opts in, it would be a $52.6 million deal. Dorian Finney-Smith, $15.3. Luka Doncic, $45.9. Austin Reaves, very, very good contract, $13.9. Rui, $18.2. And Jared Vanderbilt, $11.5. Now, besides Rui, this is probably going to be your core. You're not getting rid of Austin Reaves. You have your big 3 now of Austin Reaves, Luka Doncic, and LeBron James. You traded for Dorian Finney-Smith. I don't think you're going to get rid of Dorian Finney-Smith after 1 year experiment when he's actually providing great minutes, being a great 3-and-D player for the Lakers. So you could get rid of Rory, but that's a question to be said once the offseason comes. Now, if we look at the other salaries, Gabe Vincent, Maxi Kleber, Dalton Knecht, Shake Milton, and Bronny James isn't going anywhere. But out of all these 3 guys, it could be Gabe Vincent, Maxi Kleber, and I don't want to get rid of Dalton Knecht, but you kind of burnt that bridge when you sent him to Charlotte for Mark Williams, and obviously the trade fell through, but I feel like that bond is kind of broken. It's over with. You have to kind of get rid of him. Gabe Vincent, Maxi Kleber, I would definitely just ship those guys off. You can bring in more. But the Lakers' total salary is $188.8 million. Now, if we saw the salary cap before, it was 207, 208, 209, around there. But that gives you around $20 million to work with so you can sign some free agents. And these are the free agents that you're going to be working with come to the offseason. Jackson Hayes, Jordan Goodwin, Cam Reddish, Christian Coloco, Markieff Morris, Alex Len, and Trey Jamison. Now, out of all those guys, there is just one person that you definitely want to bring back, and that is Jackson Hayes. 1, you need a center. 2, this is Luka Doncic, pretty much favorite player playing next to LeBron. He said it the other day. You can see in the difference of having Jackson Hayes in the lineup, it helps me a lot. When you have the opportunity with an athletic big that Luka always takes advantage of, you can throw him the oops. It's the easy pick and roll. That helps Luka Doncic so much in this Lakers offense. And you also need defensive man. If you go into this offseason, there's not a lot of centers in free agency that you could come in to replace him. There's one guy, Miles Turner, and that's about it, because Naz Reid is a free agent. You're not going to be able to afford Naz Reid. So you have to bring back Jackson Hayes, or you're going to be looking at another season without a pure center for the Los Angeles Lakers. Now let me ask you guys, will the Lakers bring Jackson Hayes back? Type Y for yes, type N for no. I told you guys these free agents. You can go look at the list. Not many centers. Naz Reid, Miles Turner. You can't pay Naz Reid. And do you really want Miles Turner? He's a good shot blocker, but I would like Jackson Hayes more. Type Y for yes, type N for no. And before we go, always don't forget to share. I asked you guys at the beginning of the video, share this video on social media with all NBA fans, not just Lakers fans. I'm Brett Alper, and that's today's Lakers Report.